The INFJ nuclear option. Yeah, I want to talk about that today. You're probably all saying, "What is that? I never heard of that." Yeah, it's really not what you think, folks. It's basically the door slam. It's what we refer to as the door slam. This is my personal way I referred to it for most of my life. I'd say since I was in my late teens, maybe into my early 20s, when I realized I seen the pattern of an ability I had, that I kind of privately just kind of knew it was a kind of a nuclear option to me. Oh, this is Tom, and welcome to the INFJ experience. So the door slam, or the nuclear option, is actually to the other types, any of the other MBTI types, is something that is brutal. It is devastating to them, and it's unfathomable how callous and cold-hearted it is to do something like that. There's been a couple of times I've had a couple of girlfriends I've had to break up with, and the way I had done it, they thought, I remember the devastation and just, I can't believe you could do that. I mean, nobody else has done that. It's just, there's always some words that go along with it that tell you that it is out of the ordinary, that it is not a common thing. And INFJs, this is one of the defining traits that we have as INFJs, is to have this ability. Now, we're thinking to ourselves, we're not trying to be cold-hearted. We're not trying to be these evil people or just these mean, cruel people. This is more of an idea of our self-preservation. This is how it is explained, is that while this is all going on, the other person may not realize the amount of harm that they're doing to us, so the amount of energy they're depleting out of us, the amount of resources taking out of our bodies, our souls, our mind, our emotions. They're not seeing this. We are. We're feeling it. And so all the while, we start kind of packing up. We start backing up our emotions. It's almost like taking a box and you fold up one corner at a time, the other corner, one corner. So we're slowly backing off our emotions to somebody that we care about. Now, this could be anybody. This could be our parents. This could be our siblings. This could be our spouses, our best friends, or some friends. This has no boundaries as to who is affected by this. If these people are harming us to that point, and the leaf of friendship, the fig leaf of friendship, I should say, dove leaf, whatever, is thrown out there over and over again by us, or maybe we're just trying to tolerate it. And try to give chances. Well, it reaches a point where there's no more chances left, and we have no choice but to use the nuclear button and push that button and eviscerate the contact with somebody. And usually, even then, if you see these people, you're never the same to them. It's like something goes off in our mind as well, where we're just kind of you might talk to them, tolerate them, but you don't really trust them anymore. You don't really go too close to them emotionally. You're always distant. There's a wall. There's a screen between them, even if you have to associate with them in any way. Preferably, it seems as though we would just rather not even see them again. And this is a devastating thing to other types. Now, I'm going to explain, I think, that why that could be the case. And I'm going to say that there are 16 MBTI types, and 8 of them are extroverted types. Now, of course, we know the extroverted type personality is a very, they've derived their energy from other people, from other interactions with people. I mean, they're basically opposite the introverts, so we know that that's where they're gathering it. So a lot of times the introverted types, I think they outnumber introverts in some way. I mean, don't quote me on that, but I think there's more extroverts than there are introverts in the world. But I believe that what's happening is that they are deriving their energy. They actually have a little bit more of a dependency, psychological, emotional, spiritual dependency on others, while introverts have the opposite. We are introverted. We are independent. Yes, I mean, occasionally we need to reach out. We need to reach out for our contacts and things. Not to say we are impervious to that, but yes. But for the most part, we can be the lone wolves. We can be isolated, and we can actually crave that. while the extroverted types, I'm sure they spend alone time, but they still have an emotional connection that they need, that they're dependent upon. Now, opposite the extrovert to the introvert. Now, most introverts are not the INFJ as well. I mean, we have the ability, we have that all or nothing from our judging, from our extroverted feeling. Yes, we reach out, try to have harmony with people. We try to connect with people in that way. But when it's devastating to us, and then it can be just taken right back away. But most of the times, because there's such a dependence with the other types, that they have that emotional dependency, the idea of closing somebody off that abruptly, that soundly, without any kind of coming back, any kind of reconnection, is just mind-blowing. And I believe that's part of what it is because the other ones just can't fathom that kind of depth, because there's that little bit of mutual dependency between the types. But the INFJ, being cut out of that other cloth, being just that little bit of the outsider, the lone wolf, you know, he's cut out. We're cut out different, and we somehow have that ability to do that, and it's just extremely devastating, like I said before. And so anyway, that's what I refer to as the nuclear option, and that's one of the trademarks of our personality type, is that ability, just kind of along with the stare. There's a couple of things that are pretty much unique to our personality type. So, but anyway, that's a brief kind of this is the way I see it. This is how it seems to translate to me as to why this nuclear option is so devastating, and why other types are just can't fathom it, is because of that. I mean, that's the best explanation I can come up with. I'm sure there's some other reasons as to why. But primarily, that's what it is what I explained under that. So, people, if you like the term nuclear option on this show, on this program, the INFJ Experience, if you hear me refer to that, you'll know what I'm talking about. It's the same thing as the door slam. It's just my word for it, and because I've only been using that as long as, like I said, for many, many years, well before I knew my personality type. That was my reference point to that ability. It's not something I'm proud of doing, not something I enjoy doing, and I don't think any of us enjoy to do that. We don't like doing that, but it's our preservation mode. It's the only way that we have no choice but to sever ties and preserve ourselves. And then maybe at that point, who knows? Maybe we go into the bunker zone, which is another term of mine too. That's that's the isolation zone. So there's going to be a couple of new terms that are just what I call things, but you'll get used to my terms for that. So people, we're unique. We're cut out of a different cloth. We have that ability to do things like that, and so anyway, it is what it is. I mean, that's part of our makeup as to who we are. So anyway, people, this is slowly building. This channel is it's building slowly. I see support coming in. I see more thumbs up coming in. I've only been doing this for about a month. It's brand new. I'm very new at this, but I do see the support coming in, and I see some subscriptions coming in here and there. So I know some of your thumbs are out there. You're probably the same ones that are watching me regular, and I appreciate you being here for me. And I'd like to just say thank you to the audience that's building up. I only want it to get bigger. I'd like to expand it. Okay, like I said, I'd like to make this community of INFJs. So we have this format, and so let's keep up the good work and spread the word if you could, and give me some thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and and I look forward to seeing you again on the next videos. So people, until that time, thank you again, and we'll see you next time. Thank you.